Our first lesson is on order of operations. So your steps for order of operations are first your parentheses, then you're following that by exponents, then in the same step, multiplication and division, and lastly, addition and subtraction. Okay, so your shortcut for this is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, PEMDAS. Some things that you should know is that when you do multiplication and division, it doesn't necessarily have to be multiplication then division. It goes from left to right. Okay, and it's the same for addition and subtraction. So these are going to be left to right. All right, so let's look at a couple examples of this. So first, let's start with three-step equations. So our first thing that we have here are parentheses. So we want to add our parentheses together. So we're going to copy these down in order, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so addition and subtraction are going to go in order from left to right. So in order from left to right, you have these. Well, 5 plus 4 is 9, minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. So your answer to this problem is 7. This one, you're also going to start with your parentheses and add those together from left to right. So this is going to give me 10 minus 4. So on the outside, we still have 6, and then inside the parentheses, we have 10 minus 4, which is also 6. Well, parentheses and parentheses just mean that you're going to multiply. So your answer to this is 36. Okay, four-step equations. We're going to start inside of our parentheses here. So we start inside and we look, okay, do I do multiplication first or do I do subtraction? Well, we always want to do the multiplication part first. So multiplying those together, I get 4 minus 2. Well, 4 minus 2 is just going to give us 2. So I can rewrite that as 3 times 4 parentheses 2. Okay, so now you just have a big multiplication problem. So really, this is the same thing as 3 times 4 times 2. Well, 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 times 2 is going to give us 24. Next one, we're going to add again inside of our parentheses. So that's going to give us 8 minus 4. Well, 8 minus 4 is 4. So now I have 2 times 8 divided by 4. Okay, because we don't need our parentheses anymore because we already solved them. Now this is where you're going to go from left to right on this. So from left to right, this is our first step. That's going to give us 16 and divide that by 4. Well, 16 divided by 4 is just 4. Five-step equations. Five-step order of operations, I guess. First, we're going to start inside of our parentheses. So when we subtract these two, that's going to give us 12. We can also do this set of parentheses in the same step, and 1 plus 2 is going to give us 3. So let's rewrite that now. So I have 6 plus 12 divided by 3 minus 2. So you're tempted to just do 6 plus 12 and get 18, and then divide it by 3. Well, you don't want to do that because you want to use order of operations. So you need to do your division part first. So we're going to bring the 6 down and the negative 2 down, and we're going to divide 12 by 3, which is going to give us plus 4. Okay, so now we're going from left to right on this. So here is going to give us 10 minus 2, which is 8. Number 6, you're going to work inside of your parentheses. All right, so here is where it's kind of tricky. When you think of order of operations, the A comes first, so you think that you should do the addition part first. Well, remember, subtraction goes from left to right. So really, our first step is to go here. So we're going to do 12 minus 2, which is 10. So I have 10 plus 4 plus 2. And again, why we did that is because addition and subtraction goes from left to right. So now I can add all of these together. Well, 10 plus 4 is 14, plus 2 more is 16. Now I have 16 divided by 2 squared. Well, the next thing I need to do is evaluate my exponent. Well, what does it mean to square something? 2 squared is really just 2 times 2. Okay, so what we're really doing is we're taking 16 and dividing it by 4. Well, 16 divided by 4 is 4. And those are your order of operations.